Queensland 2025 to 2026 state nomination. What you need to know. If you're considering skilled migration to Queensland, here's what you need to know about the 2025 to 26 state nomination program. As of 19th September 2025, Migration Queensland is accepting registrations of interest or ROI in preparation for opening the state-nominated migration program. The program will formally open once Queensland's final allocation from the Australian government is confirmed. State nomination gives you additional points in Skill Select, improving your chance of getting a visa. Queensland currently nominates for two skilled visa subclasses, Subclass 190, Skilled Nominated Visa, Permanent, and Subclass 491, Skilled Work Regional Visa, which is provisional, requires you to live and work in regional Queensland. To be eligible, you must satisfy both. 1. Australian Department of Home Affairs criteria. 2. Migration Queensland criteria. Key Home Affairs criteria include minimum 65 points on the Skill Select points test, a valid skills assessment in your nominated occupation, at least competent English, being under 45 years old. Migration Queensland has its own criteria depending on which pathway you apply under. Before we dive into the nomination pathways, let's look at what's changed for the 2025 to 2026 program year. Queensland's work experience rules and documentation have been revised with the following. The minimum work hours requirement is now 20 hours per week. Casual work is now accepted. Offshore applicants are no longer required to show settlement funds. There is a new method for calculating annualized earnings, which differs depending on whether you're employed or self-employed. Queensland published two skilled occupation lists, an onshore skilled occupation list and an offshore skilled occupation list. Some occupations may not be available for both Subclass 190 and Subclass 491. Let's break down the nomination pathways. Onshore, skilled workers living in Queensland. To apply for Subclass 190 or 491 under this pathway, you'll need to have been living and working in Queensland for 9 months for Subclass 190 or for 6 months in regional Queensland for Subclass 491. Your work must be in your nominated occupation or closely related occupation for at least 20 hours per week. Offshore, skilled workers living outside Australia. Candidates must have at least 1 year of skilled employment in their nominated or closely related occupation and must still be employed at the time of invitation and nomination. Queensland University graduates. You can apply under this pathway if you are an international graduate who has a bachelor, master, or PhD from a Queensland university or from a recognized tertiary institution meeting Australian study requirements, completed fully in Queensland and graduated after 1st July 2021. You must also have been living and working in Queensland for the past 9 months for Subclass 190 or in a regional area for the past 6 months for Subclass 491 after completing your qualification. Building and construction workers. These are the builders, tradespersons, or construction workers currently working and living in Queensland for the past 3 months and work for at least 20 hours per week. Small business owners in regional Queensland available for Subclass 491. These are small business owners in regional Queensland. There are 2 paths. Pathway 1, business purchase. Pathway 2, startup business. So here's how it works. Check your eligibility under both Home Affairs and Migration Queensland for your chosen subclass and pathway. Submit or update your expression of interest or EOI in Skill Select. Submit a registration of interest or ROI to Queensland. You can only submit one valid ROI at a time. Wait to be selected and invited. Migration Queensland will run invitation rounds throughout the program year. If invited, submit your state nomination application with required documentation. Once nomination is approved, you can then apply for the visa with the Department of Home Affairs. Queensland's migration program is designed to attract skilled professionals international graduates, and entrepreneurs to support the state's growth and development. By prioritizing skilled migrants and international students, Queensland ensures it remains a hub of innovation, diversity, and opportunity. But navigating the state nomination process is complex, with strict criteria and limited allocations. That's why the right guidance makes all the difference. If you're ready to explore your eligibility and take the next step towards a future in Queensland, let our team guide you through every stage with confidence. Contact us for private consultation. Global Migration Solutions. We will take you there.